rid of, I don't know where that is coming out from at the moment. Let me get out of this one. That's interesting. Yes, I said that a while ago.
You were right.
Okay, live stream is offline. So go for it, Joe.
Okay, I'm starting right now.
Yep, go.
All right, you should see my presentation, Creole Forth for JavaScript.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, oops, I clicked too fast there. Okay. Some Creole Forth history. It's inspired by Norman Smith's Until language. The idea is to set up a simple macro language on top of a post language. So Until was a Forth based macro language that was meant to sit on top of C or C++ applications. Obviously, it's written in C or C++ as its host language. Creole Forth was originally developed as a Delphi component. In 2016, I took the same idea and transferred it to Excel. Now it's been transferred to JavaScript. So here are the pieces of Creole Forth for JavaScript. First, the stacks. In Creole Forth, these are regular arrays since they have push and pop methods. Due to the peculiarities of JavaScript arrays, stack underflow is explicitly checked with words that manipulate the data stack. Dictionary, this is an associative array with key value properties. In JavaScript, this is naturally built in. All properties are attached as part of the object and can be accessed with square brackets. There's also a reverse dictionary. This is specific to JavaScript. This is an indexable array which contains the same values as the dictionary, but indexed by integer. This isn't necessary in languages like Delphi, which have indexable hashes. So in Delphi, you can have a hash that can also be accessed like an array or vice versa. Global simple props object. This is passed as a parameter to all Creole Forth primitives, which are just methods attached to empty objects. The objects are labeled as core prims, interpreter, compiler, and abspect to organize similar primitives together. Creole Forth words, these have names, code fields, parameter fields, link fields, just like regular Forth words do. Creole Forth bundle, this is an assemblage of all previous entities. So when I get into the source code, or show the source code, you'll see this. But I'm going to go into the stacks. You have the data stack, return stack, which every Forth has, and the vocabulary stack, which is not as widely used, I believe. And there are others. In Creole Forth for Delphi, I have pre-filter and post-filter stack. I won't go into that right now. Dictionary has two parts. Each entry is accessible as a named property in a Creole Forth bundle, which has a Creole Forth word as its value. The identical Creole Forth word is stored as an array member, accessible by index. The setup allows the compiler to store integer tokens in the parameter field, which are looked up by the do colon method. control structures are the usual: if, then, else, begin, until, do loop, and loop plus, or plus loop. For do loop, I, J, and K are available as indexes. Other features: single line comments, multi-line comments. In help, you'll see this as useful for VList. What it doesn't have forget. I found the page refresh works just as well as forget. Doesn't have many return stack primitives like rdrop. I put them in, but I never found a return stack for other than its primary purpose to be that compelling. Compile, bracket compile, or postpone, I might put in those guys later. Recursion, I don't have that yet. In Creole Forth for Delphi, I had a primitive called myself that allowed recursion, and I didn't seem to use it that much. So it also doesn't have as many words as most Forths, less than 100 right now for the core language. Most Forths, I think, have about 200 to 300 at least. Creole Forth execution. Values in the input area are split based on the space delimiter and placed into the parsed input. Each value is looked up in the dictionary by the outer interpreter. The outer interpreter appends each word with a value on the vocabulary stack and looks it up in the dictionary. Vocabulary stack is searched from top to bottom. If the search succeeds, the search process is halted and the word is executed. If it fails, the next vocabulary is searched. If no match is found, the value is pushed onto the data stack. All right, unlike most Forths, there is no attempt to convert to an integer or numeric field. There are types of words, primitives. These are written in the host language, JavaScript in this case, that introduce the build primitive method. All primitives take a global simple props as a parameter. High-level definitions, these are defined by the colon compiler. Compiling words, these have separate words for compile time and runtime execution and are used for branching and looping. Defining words, use create and or create does. Right. The only real defining words I have now are constant and variable. Colon compiler. It has kind of an unusual setup compared to most Forths. There's no state variable. Compilation starts when the immediate vocabulary is pushed onto the vocabulary stack. It ends when a semicolon is encountered. The immediate vocabulary is popped off the vocabulary stack at that point. All immediate words are in the immediate vocabulary, which is always searched first during compilation. From the point of view of the colon compiler, words are in three classes. Content PF, words that are looked up, whose tokens or addresses are compiled onto the parameter field. Execute, words that are looked up and executed, such as compiling words, and exec 0. These are words that directly manipulate the pointer of the outer interpreter. So comments are the best example of this. For words with a content PF or execute action, the compiler puts its address in the pad area next to its associated action. Words with an exec 0 action simply move the outer interpreter pointer past their closing Once all the words are looked up in the pad area, their tokens are simply placed on the stack and executed by the created action in the outer interpreter. These are some challenges I had when developing with JavaScript. Array had push and pop, but an empty array has length 1. It's made it difficult to detect stack underflow. Well, array behavior can be overridden by working with array prototype, but it's not recommended. The strategy that I adopted was have primitive and affected the data stack do their own stack checking. How to use Creole Forth for JavaScript? Very simple. You just reference it in a web page. So use the script tag, and if you've downloaded it to your own hard drive, you can just use source equals creoleforth.js, or if you want to get the latest and greatest version, you can do it from my GitHub repository. So URL is right there. It does not require a web server. You can use it with other language libraries such as Angular, but it's not necessary. Here's where to get it if you want it. If you just want to try it out online, you can see it at my blog, jmlshowcase.com. It also has the CF page that references Creole Forth. So, any questions so far?
You mentioned you mentioned you were seeing JavaScript give you length 1 for empty arrays. That doesn't sound right. It should be length 0. I'm confused.
An empty array, it had, I found the hard way, length 1 when I check it. So I had a lot of headaches trying to detect stack underflow. So it would act like it didn't exist. So what I did was I ended up having any primitives that manipulated the data stack directly, such as plus or minus, just do underflow checking themselves. For example, if it only had one argument, it would error out.
JavaScript is full of strange and mysterious things, so it may well be.
Yes, it's very. JavaScript has a lot of peculiarities. So if you're interested, you can look up JavaScript The Good Parts by Douglas Crockford. He goes into it.
I'd also recommend the JavaScript Watt, W-A-T. There's an interesting JavaScript Watt talk where it's sort of all the crazy things that JavaScript does. JavaScript and WAT. It's quite amusing.
Okay. All right, that's good to know. So, does anyone want to see it in action?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to end the slideshow. Okay. Does everyone see the CF page? This is on my local hard drive.
It should be readable.
Okay. All right, I'm going to type plist, get a list of words that are available. Okay, as you can see, this is a very small Forth and has much less than 100 words. below, I get a message box that pops up that says hello world. You want to do some simple arithmetic? Use plus. So drop that. Here's an example of conditional execution. So this compiles it. So to read the code, you have, if it's not 0, whatever argument you want to pass, it'll pop up a hello message box. If it is 0, it should pop up the to box. So let's start with what it does if you pass 1 as a parameter. Now what did it do? Oh, I define it as test 1, not test.
There we are.
Okay. Now, I have a 0 value. Pops up 2 up. So, one fairly unusual feature is it allows you to directly evaluate the JavaScript code if you want to. I'll show you that. I have a primitive called eval. So let me explain what's going on here. Right. These curly braces, these, this is a list compiler. It pushes the entire assemblage here onto the stack as a single argument. And then eval takes it off, evaluates it as JavaScript code. So let's see what happens. So it says eval is evil, exactly what I wrote in JavaScript. Okay, now if I want to put some other JavaScript code on there, I can do that too, but I won't get the same result. All right. One thing about JavaScript is using eval is generally frowned upon, as is just injecting code that can be interpreted. So that's why I have that simple check on that. If it's not an alert, it won't process it. But that's certainly easy enough to override. Any questions so far? This is the web page.
You probably need to make the text bigger.
Okay, I'm not sure I can do that easily, but okay. Anyway, it's not very complicated to use. You just do a script with source, and you bring in Creole Forth as an external file. And the input box is a simple text box, so is the stack. And then I just have a submit button.
Okay.
So. Okay. Yeah. well, here's the source code as I showed you. I know you'd like it bigger. Let's see what I can do about that.
Yeah. This is your editor.
Yeah, that's what I developed it in brackets.
Okay.
So,
yeah, and
okay.
how you make your editor get bigger font is another question.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, put that back up a
Yeah.
moment. Put it back up a moment. I may have it. Yes, I do have a trick. There we go.
Oh, great. Okay.
I have control of the screen.
Awesome.
I have a touch screen.
Okay. Okay, so what I do here is I set up what's called a Creole Forth bundle. Then I use the build primitive to add the primitives. When I'm done, I build the high-level definitions. Okay. As you can see, constant and variable are high-level definitions.
I don't know if
I have a couple here.
Oh,
Does everyone see that?
there they are. It wasn't, when I pinch and zoom, we have less on the screen.
Yes. I can understand that.
Okay, and you put your comments, the description of the word right after it then too. That's cute.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my help facility.
Yes.
Okay. So you see that in DList if you want to understand what the word is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I also put a stack comment there. So these are examples of primitives. I divide them up into core prims, interpreter, compiler. Compiler has most of the furniture, which may not be surprising. Logical ops, and then I have app spec. You put your, my strategy is usually to put my application-specific primitives and words in there. So here are the modules that I define: core prims, interpreter, compiler, logic ops, app spec.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't really built any applications with it yet, but I'm planning on doing that.
Looks interesting.
Thank you. So, any questions? Yours?
Nope. Doesn't look like we have any questions at the moment.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
oh, hang on. Hang on a minute.
I'm saying I like the help feature, and I'm probably gonna steal that for my fourth.
Right.
Yeah.
He's going to steal your help feature. That's a nice feature, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. But good. Okay. Anything else you got?
That's it for now.
Okay.
You want a shirt?
You want a shirt?
Would you actually wear a fabulous SVFIG shirt?
Well, yeah. Where's my camera? Where are we? There we are.
Would you actually wear it? That's the question, I guess.
It's backwards.
It's backwards here. Out in the stream, when it streams,
Right.
it's going to be
It's
frontwards.
well, I don't know in this case. It's probably still backwards.
So anyway, we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Joe, for visiting us over the wire. We really appreciate it. as you probably are aware, we had to abort the stream in mid startup, and we're going to post the recording if there is one.
I'm hoping there is. I've never done it
We tried to make a
before.
recording. We're going to try to post it on YouTube, and we'll send you the link when that happens.
No, this is still
Okay,
backwards.
great. Are you going to put me down now?
If you don't
well,
have anything and we don't have anything, we'll bid you a fond farewell.
Okay. Yep, that's all I have for now.
Great.
Okay.
Good night, Joe.
thanks a bunch.
Thank you. All right, sure. Take care.
Yep. Bye-bye. Okay. Now, what am I doing here? Where am I? Oh, we have that. Okay, stop recording.